Hi, you're watching Homo Ludens, the show on history and board games. Well, today it might sound a bit less historical than other days, because in this video we'll talk about a game that is more inspired by the historical movies than the history itself. It's a tactical system that has been out there for years and that I've been wanting to try ever since I heard about it. And with the new edition just out, it seemed like the perfect time to explore it. Today we're playing Heroes of Normandy. To introduce me to the system, Devil Pig has been kind enough to offer me two things. First of all, a copy of their Big Red One brand new core edition of Heroes of Normandy, and I thank them for that. And then some time with one of the designer, Clement, to answer some of my questions about the game, but also give me an overview of the Heroes system. Salut Clément.
Salut,
Thanks for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Uh, maybe before we start, I was thinking maybe we can start talking a bit about you and about your journey into game design. So, what's your original background, and when did you start designing board games?
Started designing board games when I was 8 or 9 years old. My first game was a racing game with Lego cars that you have to build up, and my the backyard in the building where I lived in Paris was paved, so it was like squares, and we used the paving of the building to as squares for our race. So that was the first one. Then I met Jan when I was 10 years old, I think, and we started to create war games with a top-down view like Heroes of Normandy. So it's a long, long story.
So,
Uh,
were you playing a lot of war games at the time, or it's just that?
No, we played not a lot of war games. We played some of them, especially the Duccio Vitale series, Cry Havoc, Siege, Samurais, Vikings. We loved this kind of war game because you had the name of each soldiers, and when the soldiers die, you place the corpse on the board. So it was really like a story. You could tell a story with your games, and we really loved it.
It's funny that you mentioned Cry Havoc because I do see a lot of like at the level of the scale and also the way Heroes of Normandy tells the story, a lot of similarities with this game. It feels like the branch of wargaming that is the closest to RPG because at some point the two branch separated, but this is like really the area where the two are really really close. So would you say that even to this day, Cry Havoc is a big influence?
Yes, definitely, it's a big influence. Cry Havoc and games, miniatures, tabletop war games like Warhammer 40k. Both of them are the two main influence, the two main inspiration for Heroes of Normandy. And when I was 11, I met Duccio Vitali, the author of Cry Havoc. I was like a little kid with the tokens, Jan drawn, and the rules we wrote together. It was very, very surprised to see a 11 years old kid coming to see him with a war game. But that was fun.
Yeah, and do you still play Cry Havoc to this day?
I didn't play it for a long time, but I should. Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
because they
pretty
they
good
release
game.
they released some new edition, Giscard
Yeah,
2, quite a few things. So I think it's a good time to get back into Cry Havoc those years. Not saying
yeah,
that
right.
you not putting you in, yeah, so in a rabbit hole or something. Um, One thing that I was wondering about, and it's interesting that we're talking about Cry Havoc because it really goes in that direction of that question I wanted to ask, is that Heroes of Normandy is said to be a war game in the tradition of classic Hollywood movies, and I think it's on the box and in the rulebook. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, in the introduction you made, you mentioned that we were less historical than other board games, but than other war games. But that's not really true, as we pay we pay attention to every historical details. The story we are talking about are historically accurate. The equipment, the name of the officers, the name of some heroes. Of course, we invented some of them. We prefer choosing real heroes that exist, and acted during the war. So we are an historical board game, but with a Hollywoodish point of view. We focused on individual actions and adventure rather than historical feeling.
So the core mechanics are historical. It's just that the chrome around it is more. This is the part. So the storytelling aspect of it is more connected to movie making.
Exactly. We have a unit calculation Excel sheet with the angle of the armor for tank and stuff like this. So even in the rules, we are quite accurate, I think.
And so we talked about Giscard, and I was wondering, beyond that, is there like other World War II tactical system that you play and that inspired you in the process of making Heroes of Normandy?
Mm, no. Yeah, I play World War II war games, of course, but none of them influenced Heroes of Normandy because, as you know, maybe we started with a game named Frontiers, which was sci-fi war game, very close to. We wanted to make a miniature game without minis. It was published by Asmodee in 2007, and this is the first edition of Heroes of Normandy, if you want to, if we can say that.
Mm.
So at the time we created the core rules, we didn't think about World War II. So there's no influence between the two.
Okay, so you were just you built the combat system for something else, and then you adapted it to World War II. Okay,
Exactly,
that's
but we play World War II games. I really like Tide of Iron. I played Lock and Load and tons of them.
and compared to those other systems that you might play on World War II, what do you feel is really making Heroes of Normandy unique and stand out as a system?
Compared to other war games, I think, and that's one of the main critique that people can make, is we are a little bit more based on luck with the 1 6 dice, with a six-sided dice and the cards. So it's yeah, it's this is the maybe the board game part of the game rather than a war game part, and maybe it's what make the success of the game. It's not only a war game; it's also a board game, so more people can play it. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely it feels a bit lighter, especially for the first scenarios. But I feel like the game has a lot of depth, and the further you go along, and the more component you add into your scenario, it actually it gets pretty. It can get pretty heavy at at some point.
Yeah, it's still it's heavy, but still the games don't last for like 6 or 8 hours. It's even if you set up a very big games, you will play 4 hours max, I think. And usually a game is 1 or 1 hour and a half. So it's a light game.
Yeah, it's pretty approachable in that sense. Design wise, I had a question, and regarding the way you decided to tessellate the space. So you went for a square base system, and but it's a tactical system in set in World War II. And I was wondering, with so many games, even Giscard that you mentioned using hexes, why did you go for a square based approach?
I I I, I don't know. It was obvious for us first because the building we think that the buildings don't fit in a X grid board. They always in between two squares. That's not really beautiful. So, and we wanted a very beautiful game, so it was most effective with squares, and it gives the game more casual aspect, I think also.
Yeah, it's true that Hex can like shouts war games pretty hard. But yeah. So maybe let's talk about what's happening in the Heroes of Normandy universe. So you had that original game released a few years ago, and then you had a few expansions. And lately, I think so, you had a Kickstarter campaign last year for a new edition, so the big red one edition that is a bit of a like a new version of the core box that has been sent to backers, I think, over the last few weeks.
Yeah,
What's new with that edition compared to the previous one?
there's nothing really new as the main reason we decided to make this second version of the game of the core box is we were out of stock with the core box, so we had to reprint one, and because the graphics and the quality of the visuals expand all along the years, the first core box was graphically obsolete. I'd say so. We wanted it to be updated. So as we didn't want to make the exact same one, we decided to change the divisions we used in the core box. So it was the IV division, the first infantry division for the Americans. So now it's the big red one, the first, and same for the Germans. But we wanted to make it full compatible with the first core box, so you can play the scenario of the first core box with the units of the second one and vice versa.
Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to make sure is that everything still works together. Like, so it's more of a refresh, but it's not. There is no major change that makes it impossible to play with other components.
No, yeah, maybe there's one unit that is not present in the first edition, so you will miss it for the scenario of the second if you want to play with the first one. But I think the players who want to do that have all the expansion or most of them, so they will find a flag 38 to replace the one they don't have.
Okay, that's fair enough. I had a question because a few years back, I saw this game and I bought it because it got me pretty excited about this idea of having a compact, maybe higher level of scale version of Heroes of Normandy. And I was thinking, are you planning on having more of those games in different system, but set in the Heroes?
Our efforts on the hero system. But yes, there's some things incoming that will be set in the Heroes of Normandy universe, meaning the Hollywood
Hmm.
style historical board war game. But we will talk about it later.
Okay, so it's too soon to good. You'll have to be back on the channel to talk a bit more about it.
Okay, with pleasure.
Then for so talking about what's happening right now, so there is an expansion coming up that's currently on Kickstarter as the time when we record, regarding the Battle of Kong. Can you tell us a bit more about that specific expansion?
With the first edition, we didn't develop a full scenario campaign around British Army. We did one with the British paratroopers. Yes, the British paratroopers. It was Pegasus Bridge and Arnhem, based on the movie Bridge Too Far. But for the regular army, we didn't do anything. So we wanted to create this expansion center on the Commonwealth Army, so British and Canadians, because it's in Normandy. If we make the Pacific War, of course, we will have other nations. That will be good.
Wait a minute.
Uh,
I'm going to stop you here. Are you planning on making a Pacific War version of Heroes of Normandy, like adapting the system to another theater?
yeah, of course. It's we published a roadmap of our project on our website, and Heroes of Pacific is definitely on its way.
Oh, but that's awesome. Do you have any idea of when it's going to be, like when you're planning on having the Kickstarter campaign? And
Maybe at the end of the year, or yeah, or start of the next one.
okay, but that's really, yeah, that's super interesting. Are you planning on having specific changes to the rules to reflect that specific theater, or it's going to be rough? Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, we are talking about aircraft carriers, ship, destroyers, submarines, planes, and of course landings and fights in the jungle or the beach or in the mountain. So
Okay,
it
but
will be a little bit different, but still Heroes of Normandy.
yeah, so but that sounds super interesting, and I think it's really interesting to have this idea of expanding to other theater and having a bit of
Yeah,
diversity in there.
that's what we did with Heroes of Stalingrad. We expanded
Mm.
to the east, so now more. We are going more east this time.
Yeah, further and yeah, way further
Further in
east.
the east.
Yes, definitely. Good. And maybe one last question before we jump into the demo part. You said obviously that the inspiration from movies is pretty important for the game in its visuals and everything. Do you have a like what are the two three like World War II films that you have in mind, like movies that you have in mind that were you think major inspiration for the game?
Oh, okay. The main one is without doubt Kelly's Heroes with Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, and Donald Sutherland.
Hi, man.
What are you doing?
I'm drinking wine and eating cheese and catching some rays, you know.
What's happening?
Well, the tank's broken and they're trying to fix it.
Then why the hell aren't you up there helping them?
Oh, man. I only ride them. I don't know what makes them work. Huh?
This is our favorite World War II movie, but also A Bridge Too Far, The Longest Day, and all the classics.
Okay, and I think it's yeah, it's interesting because it's all from a specific era, so
Yeah.
not too contemporary. Cool.
Mm,
Are there a few like newer movies that caught your attention or newer production? Thinking about Band of Brothers and stuff like this.
it's Better Brothers, Saving Private Ryan, and for Heroes of Pacific, Axel Ridge. I
Hmm.
think the character of Axel Ridge will be present in our game.
Okay, but that's pretty nice. Really looking forward to it. But I guess that's we can probably jump into the game. So you prepare the scenario for the demo, and we're going to be using Tabletop Simulator. So
Yeah,
the scenario is called Abattoir 5, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
Uh,
Slaughterhouse 5.
yeah,
That's
so it's a reference to Kurt von Gut, I
yep,
guess, or yes.
yep, it is.
Good. I was wondering when you said that. I was like, oh, interesting. I was yeah, good.
Yeah, I really like to place intellectual and very fancy reference in our game. Like for example, one of the we chose the Fourth Infantry Division for the first edition because of the what they did in Normandy and the fact that they landed, then meet with the paratroopers, but also because Ernest Hemingway was the unofficial chronicler of the Fourth Infantry Division. So
Ah, that's a nice touch. That's a nice touch. And did you like did you had access to some of the material, the stuff he wrote when he was there, or like did he?
no, but there's a novel talking about colonel, and the colonel he wrote this novel, and the colonel was the one of the Fourth Infantry Division. The colonel he used to as an inspiration was from the Fourth Infantry Division. I don't remember the name of the book, so
Yeah,
sorry.
no worries. I will probably find a pic
Yeah, it's easy.
and just add the picture at that moment. No problem. Good. So now we are here, and maybe you can yeah tell us a bit about what we see on the board. So we have the four. You set up the four terrain tiles that are yeah just straight up terrain tiles. The only thing that is special is that element that is on top of the
Yeah,
terrain, which is a building.
we call that overlays. The tiles you place on the terrain board. So it's an overlay. The house is an overlay. And the goal for this scenario is to be at the end of the game that will last for 6 turns to have a unit in the house at the end of the game. To be the only one to have a unit in the house at the end of the game. So you can choose your side, like German or the American. The American have a heavy vehicle, while the Germans have anti-tank 80 weapons like the Panzerschreck and the Panzerfaust.
Yeah, I can see that. I will take the Americans. I
Okay.
think it's just
So
for my mental sake. I'm already here, so I think it's gonna be
no
gonna
problem.
be good.
You have two card deck. We will play with the English one.
The English version, yeah.
English
For our
version.
viewers, that might be
Yes,
easier to follow.
exactly.
Gonna put that on the side.
So this is American initiative, and you deploy first. Your deployment is limited to this line.
Okay, so the first 3 rows, and
Yeah.
those are the units
And
that I have.
sorry, the first 3 rows, and no, and only on this tile. So it's
Okay,
A
so it's here.
and A. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, parfait.
And
So
B, it will be there.
what
3 rows.
units do I have? Okay, so and this unit with a question mark on it, it's also part of my setup, or?
You have to place this one in the house.
Oh, so this one is in the house. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna place it
Here.
here.
Yeah.
Parfait. And then I place all of those other stuff.
This unit has 2 different sides. This is a machine gun, and you can set it up.
So that's when
So-
they are moving, and that's when they are set up, right?
Yep. So at the beginning of the game, you can choose what side you want to play, on what side you want to place it.
Okay.
It's better to place it on this the side. that
Yeah.
can go
So I
fast.
have a bit more flexibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Pum, pum, pum. It's a learning game. I might make a lot of mistakes, so
No, no problem. And sorry, I made another mistake. It's 2 rows.
it's the first 2 rows. Okay.
It's the first 2 rows.
Très bien, très bien. 1, 2. Oh, and I have. Oh, this is a leader unit. Okay, it and there is 2 star on it, so that means that if that unit dies, I will have 2 less command per turn, right?
Yes, two less order tokens left. So
Okay.
you have 1 star here and 2 star on this unit. So you have 3 order tokens, 3 numbered order tokens, and a bluff token.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm done with my setup. You added those tactical bonuses here, and the tactical bonuses, are they? Do they have something on the
On the back.
On the back? Yeah, perfect. Okay.
I locked them, so
So no one is cheating. Good. And so my setup is that. Does it make sense? I start with the steward on the board, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But then I place it here. I thought should give him a good access to the road. I don't know if that's a good idea. We'll see.
You see.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it for me. So I guess now that the Americans are set up, it's to the Germans.
Yeah, it's my turn. I have 1 recon unit that has the Scout special ability, so I can deploy it 3 squares ahead of my deployment zone.
And that's the icon that we see on the top right, right?
Yes, the green arrow with the wings. So how does it work? The Scout 3 special ability means you deploy it anywhere in your deployment zone, and then it can make
First move. Yeah.
a first action movement of 3 spaces, 3 squares. So 1, 2, 3, and then flip. Now the game is divided into 3 phases: the activation, the order phase, the activation phase, and the supply phase. During the order phase, you will distribute your order token to your unit secretly, and I do the same. Once that's done, the player with the initiative will release and then first have to draw cards, and we will draw 3 of them.
Okay, and the way the card works is that in red it tells you when you can play it, and then in black it's the effect of the text, right?
Yeah.
The effect, yeah. Then I have my 3 cards in hand, and now so we're in the order phase, and we're gonna place
Yep.
those order tokens. So each of them have a number, and that's basically giving the order in which they are gonna resolve. So we commit to, yeah, and one of them is a bluff. Hmm. Je vais faire ça.
Do you know how to reveal ambush units? No.
No.
Okay, concealed, not ambush, concealed unit.
Mm.
So my unit is concealed, and you cannot see it until one of your unit is at 2 spaces from my unit and with a clear line of sight. Meaning, if this unit goes there,
They
it
will
has
both be
one
revealed.
where we will both be revealed exactly.
But I know what it is because it advanced at the
Yeah,
beginning
yeah,
of
of course.
Zelda.
The
But it's,
conceal
yeah,
the ambush special ability is not. It's a little bit to hide what
yeah.
kind of unit it is, but it's mostly to prevent unit to be shot at. Because when you're ambushed, when you're concealed, nobody can shoot at you, and the explosion template don't affect you.
Oops. Okay, so I placed my order tokens.
So did I.
Parfait.
So you have to reveal your number one, or you can play a card if you want. Some cards have to be played now.
And I will not play a card. I'm gonna reveal my number one.
Okay.
Maybe not too surprising. So when I activate it, I guess I can do different things. Maybe you want to go through the different kind of actions you can
Yeah.
take for each of the units?
Okay. When you activate a unit, you can make movement action or firing action. You cannot make both during the same turn, except if you have a special ability that allows you to do it, like shoot and a move, or if you play a card, burst into action card that allows you to make a firing action and a movement action.
So I'm going to activate this unit to move because I don't think it has really line of sight to anything anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm going to move here.
Here. So we have a clear line of sight on each other. So poof. You're inside a building structure, and you have +3 to your defensive value.
So
So
when you're
you
going
have
to fire
5
at
plus
me,
3.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to have 8 of defense,
8 of
which
defense.
is
Except
supposed to be pretty good, I guess.
it's a good one, but except if I can toss a grenade inside the house. In this case, you don't have any. Or if I shoot at you and I'm also in the house,
Yeah.
in this case, you don't have the defensive bonus.
Okay. Do you want maybe to talk a bit about the icons that we see on the right hand side of the counter? I can see that there is a lot of different symbols, and all of the symbols refer to specific
Yeah, yeah,
abilities.
of course. So the first one is the blue arrow on the back, on
On the
the lower
bottom left.
side, bottom left. That's the movement value. 1 point equal 1 square. We didn't want to make a square costing 2 points or 3 points. So we created the icon you can see on the board, the blue arrow with the cross, meaning if you enter this element, you have to stop your movement.
Hmm.
The second important value, is the defensive value. This is the shield with the point pointing down.
Downwards,
With
yeah.
Yeah, downwards. So with your bazooka, and that's it shouldn't be a bazooka.
Okay. Like the fact that
It,
it was a bazooka, you know?
no,
It's
it's
like,
a recon. It's a recon unit. So it's here.
okay. So I have a recon unit here actually.
You don't have a bazooka. So
I had one extra unit. So that extra unit that was here was okay.
maybe it was. So yeah. Okay. So the yellow shield means you're an infantry. This is an infantry unit. If you have a look at the tank, the M5 Stuart, That's a gray shield, and he has both of four of them for
The facings, so
the
front,
facings. Yeah,
sides,
thank
and
you.
backs. Yeah.
Exactly. The gray shield means it's a heavy vehicle, and if you have a light vehicle, it would be purple. So the this is the defensive value, and around it you have the combat value, depending of the defensive value your
So,
target is.
for example, if with the recon unit, if I was targeting infantry, I would have +1 to my die roll. If I was attacking a light vehicle, I would have nothing, just a straight
Plus
roll.
zero.
And then if I attacked armor, I couldn't do any damage because I cannot target
Yeah.
armor. Okay,
So
good.
the X means you cannot target heavy vehicle, even if you have a bonus. Even if you have a +1 or +2, you just cannot target it.
Good. Then you talked a bit about some of the symbols. So the first symbol was this 3 with an arrow, and that we saw you using it. And I
Yeah,
guess there are a few others if we look at that support
yeah.
team here.
Super team here,
Yeah.
and the machine gun right here. The circle, the blue circle with the arrows, whatever the icon in it is, means you can flip your token once per movement action. So at the beginning or at the end.
Hmm.
That's the same for the recon unit and the ambush special ability. So you can conceal your unit at the end or at the beginning of the movement action. Same for the machine gun. It's for set up the machine gun, and you can do it one time during a movement action. For the support team, you have the assault special ability that allows
So
this unit to engage other units into assault and to roll 2 dice, because a unit without this special ability can defend during an assault but cannot engage another unit, and it will roll 1 dice. So, for example, the 30 caliber. And the other one is the suppressive fire special ability that allows this unit to suppress a unit. It won't make any damages, but you will place a suppress marker on the unit, and the unit will have a -2 penalty on every dice roll and movement.
okay,
The,
good.
the the mechanic, the basic mechanic is when you want to engage a unit in assault, you should first shoot at it with a suppressive fire, then engage it with
Okay,
another unit in assault.
I try to remember that.
Yeah.
Good. So that was my first activation. Pretty
Yep.
boring move. Just going to the window and seeing what's up.
Yep. And
And
my one is this one, and I will move 1, 2, 3.
okay, already a lot of people coming next to me. Um, okay, so I have a fire group coming up.
Yep.
My second one is the 30 caliber. So I have, looking back at what you said, I have 3 moves. So I'm
Yep.
going to do 1, 2, 3, and I would have had to stop my move here
Yeah.
anyway, but it's
And
the end of my move, so that doesn't really matter in that case. But then it says, so with that logo at the beginning or at the end of my move, I can flip it. So I guess I'm going to do that. Whoop,
yep.
and I'm going to
So
put myself in position.
exactly.
And that
Okay.
was
That was your
activation
2.
2. Yeah.
My 2 is this one, and I will just claim the objective, the tactical bonus.
Yeah. And so what does the tactical bonus does?
It will offer me a bonus, but we will see that at the end of the supply phase.
Okay,
In
good.
case of, this is impossible in this situation, but in case of one of your unit contests the tactical bonus.
Okay, so I'm going to, so that's going to be activation 3. Oops, made a mistake. that's gonna be this one. So once again, fire team, I have 3 moves. This is impassable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what this symbol means. So I can move 3. but I am pretty limited in what I can do. I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3
Oh, sorry.
here.
This one is here.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's
Yeah.
even better. So I'm claiming that tactical bonus. I'm happy with
Yeah.
that.
Here.
That was my third activation.
Other. Oh no, sorry, I made a mistake. It's here.
Oh,
Sorry.
super
You have to
sad.
move it another
Yeah,
time.
next time I will get it.
So my number 3, yeah, number 3 will go there and flip. Poof. This is a machine.
Yeah.
So we activated all of our units with order token, numbered order token. Now we can discard the bluff token. You did it.
Yep.
And each unit without an order token on it can move during the supply phase. So that's why you have to let your token on
My
on
bad.
your
Yeah.
units. No
Okay.
problem. So starting with the player with the initiative, we will move all of our units. So
I move
first.
one, you move one, or
No. You move
no,
all of them,
all of them.
and then I'll move all of them.
So I'm gonna try to move that tank here,
Yep.
just to be sure, because I know that I can change its orientation along the way. So I'm
You
gonna
have
do,
to.
yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna do 1, then 2,
Yeah, exactly.
3, 4, and then I guess 5, like this.
Yep.
Yeah. And so it will stay in that. So it's considered as being part of here and here. But yeah,
Yep.
okay, good. But then that's my weird first move. Okay, so that's move number 1. I don't really like this here, so that's not. I don't want to go into that corridor and just get completely destroyed. So I think, let me look at the overall situation. This fire team is not gonna stay here. Gonna do 1 and 2 and stop here. Those guys are gonna do 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So then I would be claiming that
Yeah.
tactical bonus, which I think I might need. Là, c'est chiant. 1, 2, 3. Ça, c'est pas une bonne idée. 1, 2, 1, 2, and they have to stop because they entered this. And then this one is going to go here, and that's going to be all of my moves.
Okay. So mine. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, and we're too far away from
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
3 space, and you don't have a clear line of sight because this square has a right triangle with a -1.
Oh yeah,
That
so
means
it actually there is a hindrance in the line of sight. Okay.
it's
yeah.
So this one goes there. This one, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm good. Yep.
So it was the end of the activation phase. So first we activate. So what the big difference is when you put the activation token on them is that it opens you up for fire.
Yeah. There's no fire nor assault during the supply phase.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing. So this is the major rules of the supply phase. No firing action during the supply phase.
Good. Okay. So
This is the end of the turn.
we resolve the tactical bonus.
Yep. So you can flip it. Oh no, it's toggle.
It's a state. So if
it's a
if
state.
you press 2, yeah. So
Yeah.
I get an extra order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you have an initiative. Yeah.
Okay, I have the initiative. An initiative. That means I can. No, you keep it.
Yeah.
This one is for the rest of the game.
Okay.
Mine, because it's red, means I can use it only one time, but it gives me the initiative for the turn.
Good. So you can decide to use it whenever you want.
Yep. This is the second turn. Up, and The initiative is mine, so I will place my order first.
Okay, and I'm gonna retrieve those, and I get an extra token because I had this
E-
initiative bonus here.
Exactly. And don't forget, you have grenades here and ammunition, ammo here.
So maybe we can talk about those. So I have this. So we didn't really show it at the beginning. So each of us we have a platoon board with specific assets that we have on them. So one of those assets is the M5 Stewart, so the tank that I was moving around. Then there is the 30 count squad that I placed here. So we've seen those two things. So that's actually unit that I add to my platoon. But then you have those two bonuses, so ammo and grenade. Maybe you can explain what they do.
Yep. The ammo grenades are gear options that you place on your recruitment tiles. It gives you usually three tokens. So you have three ammunition ammo token and three grenade token. Ammunition can be used when you shoot at a infantry unit. You can see the yellow
+1.
+1, and it will give you a +1 on your dice roll. If you use it during a suppressive fire, you will double it, so it
Hmm.
will be +2. The grenades can be tossed at two interspace. What is an interspace? It's the space
In
here
between the yeah.
in between four square. This is the interspace. So grenade can be placed on interspace and will affect every unit on the four square. This is the template, the blast template. And on the other side, you can see the combat value. So it doesn't do anything against heavy vehicle, but it can
Can do
really,
quite a lot of damage on
yeah,
lighter and infantry.
exactly. So you have three of them, and you can toss it at two interspace. So means, for example, if this unit wants to throw the grenade, it will be one interspace, two interspace.
Okay.
Okay, and if you are right in front an opening of a building, for example, your unit is here, you're in front of an opening because the square the unit is pointed by an arrow. You can toss the grenade inside the building, and it will affect every unit
In the building.
in the building.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense. So if I were to use the grenade from here, I could do one interspace, two interspace. So
Yep.
I couldn't have that sweet spot here or here, for
No,
example.
you have to
Very
play.
sad. Yeah.
You have to play a burst into action card or
Yeah.
something like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good.
So
And the way I use grenade or so ammo, it would be when I use a fire action, and grenade would that would replace a fire action.
yeah, it's an alternative firing action. So it's uh, instead of making a regular firing action, you throw a grenade.
Okay.
I will play a card. It's a tactician, and it gives me temporarily an additional
Additional
order
order.
only for this turn.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
I'm the first to I have the
and,
initiative, so I will place my order. Yeah,
and do we draw new cards in the supply phase or
only if you have less than three cards.
okay? So
And
it means that this card that you spent, you're gonna it opens up a slot for you to get a new card also at the end of the
exactly,
turn.
and the number of cards you have in hand depends on the scenario.
Mm.
Okay, and not on this one, but I will explain cards later. So let's place my order.
Ah merde, j'ai pas pris le bon. Ok, super, super. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, you don't have a card to play.
No, I don't have a card to play, unfortunately. I wish I did, but but I don't.
Okay,
I
my
guess
first.
I know what's coming. Maybe we can look at what you. So you have
Oh yeah,
you have the grenades, unfortunately, and you have the Panzerfaust. Yeah.
exactly. So the Panzerfaust has a maximum range of 4 spaces. You see the difference between the two
Yeah.
icon. It's squares here and round
Yeah.
circle
So
here. So circle means interspace, square and squares. and on the other side you have
the impact. And so
the
that symbol here that we see in the middle, it shows that you were going to use a template for impact, right?
no, in the middle it's structure point, it's demolition,
Okay.
and it is used when you shoot at a building. You can you can make destruction point to the building, and when it reach the number in the small here, the icon here, the building is destroyed, and you flip the overlay, and on the other side it's ruined.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Good.
especially in Caen, in the battle for Caen, which has a lot of urban fightings, you can destroy the entire
The entire map
battlefield.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah. So my number one, it's this one, and I
Of
want
course it
to
is.
do that one. I have four movement value. One,
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4. And because nobody has a line of sight on me, and at 2 square, I can flip
Yeah.
and conceal my units.
Yeah, because I don't have a line of sight on you anymore.
No, you need to be on
that
the square.
on that square. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's from here that I can see here and here.
Yeah.
Good. That starts really well. It's gonna be fine. So I have my first one is gonna be that fire team here,
Okay.
and it's gonna do 1, 2, a casual advance here, and that's it.
Okay. Oh, and about conceal unit, heavy vehicles don't spot conceal unit.
But that also means that one's become concealed again.
No, because you have to make a movement action to conceal it.
Yeah, to conceal it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
If for example you don't want to do anything with it, you can just make a movement action staying on the same space and same
And
square
conceal,
and,
yeah.
and just cancel it. But it takes a movement action. My two is this one. So I will first flip it because of the tripod special ability. Move it 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And play speed setup that allows me to flip it a second time.
Yeah, within the
Okay.
activation. Normally it would have been either at the beginning or at the end, and now you could actually flip it, move, and flip it again. Okay.
Exactly. And you can see on this card, there's an alternative bonus. Meaning, if you cannot play this card, or if you don't want to play this card for the text, you still can use it for the +1 on the firing action.
Yeah.
This is the icon here.
Yeah, the symbol on the right.
Yeah, but because I use it for the text, I cannot use it for the bonus.
There is no reaction fire, right?
Only if you have a card.
Yeah, okay, you have a card for reaction fire.
We
can guess that I don't have it.
A lot of people ask us why we didn't allow opportunistic fire without cards. It was because we wanted a non-static game, and we think that opportunistic fire will make the game more static. So because you don't want to move,
you won't. Yeah, that will block your
so,
incentive to move.
Yeah, when the opportunistic fire is rare, it allows the game to be faster.
So I'm gonna have activation 2. And activation 2 is that 30 caliber machine gun, and we're gonna have our first shot of the game. So that's good.
Your caliber has the machine gun special ability and the suppressive fire special ability. The machine gun special ability allows you to split your combat value between several targets, spaced by 2 squares max.
Okay.
So
I could, for example, fire on those 2 units.
Yeah, even on this one if you want. Two squares, so from each other. So it will be.
Okay, so I could fire on this one and this one.
You can fire on this one, this one, this one, and this one, because this one would be at 2 spaces from the second target. But you only have 3 +3, so you cannot split it in 4. And the suppressive fire double your combat value, so you would have 6, and you can mix it with the machine gun special ability to split your 6 combat value points
Suppress everyone.
to suppress everyone, or at least those with an order.
Yeah, and I think that's actually something that I'm going to do. So I'm going to use the suppressive fire.
Yep.
So I could separate it on those 3 units.
Yep.
So that means that I could give +2, +2, and +2 for each of those.
Yep. Or you can make like +3, +1, and +2 if you want, because this one is maybe less dangerous than the 2 machines.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. And they also have better defensive. So they are both at 5, while this fire group is only at 4. Could I do +3, and just 0 on that one? Or
no, you cannot. You cannot. And what the other thing you can do is playing an ammo, because the suppressive fire will double the bonus, so you would have +8. You will have 8 to split if you want.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna maybe spend that ammo. So we're using a bit of. So I'm gonna do +3, +3, and +2.
Okay.
So I spend my ammo for that. So I have +3. You have a defensive value of 5, but you're also on a tile that gives you a bonus, right?
Yeah, here under this one, a +2.
So it gives you. Okay. So it means that overall I just have plus. So
no,
your
you
actual
have
defense
+3.
is and your defense is 7.
Yeah, so you need a 4.
And I roll only 1 dice. So yeah, maybe we can explain a bit more in detail the dice results. So so as you said, and you have 7 defense and I have +3. So how do you calculate
very easy. You roll the dice and you add your combat value to the dice result, and if the result is equal or higher, you inflict a hit to your target.
So super straightforward.
Yeah.
So in that case, if I rolled a 4 or higher, it would be 7 or higher, and that would match the defense of the MG42 over here. So my first shot, and that's a fail.
Okay.
So that one is done. Then I have a +2 against this one, and
it's
it's
6.
So they have at 6, and it's going to be the same result. I have a +2, and so I roll a d6.
Yeah, you can check your dice and make it roll if you want.
Okay, so that's 5, so that doesn't work. And then same here, I have to roll 4 or higher. Oh, this one is a success. So suppress is good.
Suppress.
So what is going to be the effect of the suppress?
The suppress inflict a -2 penalty on every dice roll and movement value.
Okay, and you will keep it until the supply phase, or you have to do something specific?
You discard 1 suppress token per unit at the end of each supply phase.
Okay, good. Okay. So that was my second activation. Back to you.
So my third activation is this one, the one you just suppressed.
Nice.
It
reduces that ammo.
Yeah, it will. But I still want to try to shoot at you. So I have +4. I will roll a dice and apply at the result a -2 penalty.
And who are you firing at?
I think I will try to firing at your super team, because I don't want to hit to enter the building.
Okay, so my support team has a defense 4 and +2 because they are in the bushes. So I'm at 6.
Yeah, and I have +4 to my dice roll, -2. 1 + 4 is 5, -2 is 3. It's a miss.
It's an epic fail.
It's an epic fail.
So that was your third activation. Where's my third? So I have the steward here being my third activation, and the steward, I think, does it have a move and fire thingy?
He has with the machine gun.
Yes.
You have -2, but to calculate its line of sight, you can calculate from the center of this square, the center of this square, or the center of the token itself.
Okay.
Meaning, from here, you don't have to move. You can shoot. See.
And what's the distance? Is it so? It's 5 squares that I can aim at, or
there's no if nothing is specified, like on the your officer, you have a limited range of 4.
Mm.
If nothing is specified, you have an unlimited range, firing range, but above 7 squares, you have a -2 penalty.
Okay. So for now, actually, I'm well within 7 squares.
Yeah, and because it's a heavy vehicle with 2 weapons, if you don't move, you can use both
Both
of your
weapons. Yeah.
both weapons.
So my main weapon is the one on the right, and the one on the bottom left is the secondary weapon that I can always use even if I move.
No,
Or is it
no,
the
no,
other way around?
no. The main one is the red one, the
Okay.
bottom left, and the secondary weapon is the yellow one. So you can use a weapon while moving only if you have the shoot and move special ability.
Okay. And I have it, and that's the one with the blue arrow and the
and
-2.
and the -2 is applied to the defense to the combat value, not the
Yeah.
dice roll.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm in range, so I could fire at, without doing anything, I could fire at everyone here.
Yep.
I like that. I like those odds. And I can fire twice, so I could potentially concentrate fire on one and then split with the other. So I'm gonna use my
Main.
main. Can I wait a minute? I also have line of sight on him actually.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't like that that thing having a token on it. I think it's a bit problematic. Does it have also -2 in defense with this, or it's only
No,
to
no,
the
no,
die roll?
no, no. Only dice roll and
Yeah.
movement value.
Okay, so I'm going to use my +2 from my main weapon here. Does the yeah? So that's going to be yeah. That's going to what? So first attack here +2. So you're still at 7.
Yep.
So this time I will have to roll a 5 or a 6 to succeed.
Yeah. And you shoot to kill. So if you play an ammo, you can shoot at 4. You can hit at 4. I don't know, as you want.
Yeah, but then I need to keep some of that ammo for later down.
Yeah.
There's still 4 turns to come. So yeah, I'm gonna do a straight shoot at +2.
Okay. So
it's a great success.
6 + 2, it's 8. 8 is higher than 7. So you
and maybe just to show is that at the bottom right of that counter, normally you have a symbol with a skull with an arrow if you were to flip on its spent side, but this one has a straight skull within a red. So as soon as it gets a hit, it gets removed from the board.
The skull is present on both sides.
Yeah,
meaning it can suffer only 1 hit, and I have to allocate it to one of my support option. So I will say this is the MJ42 of this assault group.
Okay.
Because you see the red square on the tile. If this unit suffers two losses, if 2 units of this
Panzer group
of the Panzer group are eliminated, I will flip it and I will lose the star on the star that is linked to it. So that's why.
Okay, so you don't want to take that risk and put it here.
And if the unit is present on the center of the recruitment tile itself, you have to allocate it prior to the options.
Great. So I have one last shot with the Stuart, and I'm going to use my +3 here, so of my secondary weapon, to fire at that MG42.
Okay.
So he still has a defense of 7, so 5 + 2, and I have a shot of 3, so I need to roll a 4 or higher.
Yep. No.
Yes. Good.
So this time I have to.
Yeah, because you don't want to flip this one. Yeah, fair enough.
No, because it's not present on this one.
Yeah, you already spent it here, so it has to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. So that was my pretty fruitful third activation. But the good thing is that you don't have to remove that suppress marker.
Oh yeah, you can put it back in.
Trying to help. Just trying to help.
My number 3. My number 3. I mean, no, my number 4. C'est ça? 4.
Yeah, number 4.
Okay, my number 4 is this one, and I want to move. So I will move 1, 2, 3.
Parfait. And now it's going to be my number 4, and that's going to be that support team. So I want to enter into the building, but I think it's.
You can enter in the building through the square with the blue arrow. The white arrows are the windows. So you need a card to enter through a window.
And that's the thing is I would like to enter into it. I have that limitation for this, but I'm also thinking if I have 2 units in this building, it's going to be really tempting for you to just throw a grenade in it, which is
totally.
which I'm not really looking forward to. But you know what? I'm going to give you the option. It's a learning game, and it could be a good demonstration. I'm going to play that surprise card that lets me. Your unit can enter or leave a building through a window with white arrows. Unless you move them in or out of an elevated position, which is not the case. I'm starting from here. It's not an elevated position. So I'm doing 1, 2.
Stop. Sorry. Your soldier step on the mine.
So I need to roll 1 to 4. Nothing happens, and 5 to 6. I suffer a hit. That's awful. Why would you do something like that?
That's me who has to roll the dice.
Okay.
So, 1, 2.
Yeah. Good, perfect. Nothing happens, so I can keep on moving.
Yep, exactly.
2, and then my third move is going to be from here to here through those white arrows, and I can do that only because I played that card.
Exactly.
Perfect. So this gets discarded, and that was. Oh, actually, I could move here from here.
1, 2, 3. No, you are.
No. I have to enter through that. Yeah, to that. Yeah, in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to follow the arrow.
Yeah, the arrow itself. But then that was my 4th activation.
Yeah, this is the end of the activation phase. Good. So now it's the supply phase, and I will start. And my bluff token was on the first MG42 you destroyed.
Yeah, and my bluff token was on that unit here.
So I will move first. So it will be 1, 2. If I do that, you can see me.
Yep.
So I will stay there. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm going to play it aggressive. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's good because we're going to be able to show the assault action now.
2, 3. Okay. Your turn.
Let's go in contact. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can move across something that contains a vehicle. It just cannot stop on it, or
you can move across an infantry unit, one of your infantry unit, but not a vehicle. And maybe it's time to talk about the zone of control. A unit has a zone of control. For example, my unit here has a zone of control of the
8 squares around. Yeah.
Around it. What you cannot do, what your enemy cannot do, is moving within your zone of control. But you can,
move
you can
into?
enter. No, you can enter and get out of the zone of control. You cannot move like this, then this, except if you want to engage.
If you want to do in an assault.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I guess I don't like that unit being on my back like this. I'm going to do 1, and 2.
Yep.
It's not that's not great. I could go here and see you, but then again,
you have 4. You were there.
I have 4. Oh yeah, okay. I should have checked. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, officer of 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So now I can see you.
You can spot me.
Nice. Okay, so that's that, and that's it for me. I did all of my moves.
Okay, so we discard the tokens. I don't have the 4 anymore because
It was a
I have
card that you played.
it was a card exactly. This is now we can draw cards to complete our hand.
Four hands, yeah. So,
So
you should draw 2, and I draw 1.
no, I draw 3 because
Oh, you spent all of them.
yeah, I spent all
Oh.
of them.
Okay.
Yeah, in this game, don't hesitate to play your cards.
Yeah, that's, I like
If you
this.
if
That
you
you
can.
have a strong incentive. You have a small hand, but yeah, as you're gonna draw anyway at the end, it's a strong incentive to play them, which is
Exactly.
quite fun. Cool. And now it's turn 3, but it's back to me having initiative,
No,
unless
because
you play this.
yeah, I play this, so
Okay.
I keep the initiative.
But normally it will flip between each turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have to place my orders.
And I was wondering, so you made a video game adaptation of that game?
We didn't made it. We didn't make it. It's an Italian studio called White.
So you gave a license to make it. Yeah.
It was published by Slytherin, the famous war game company, a video game specialized in war game company. But yeah, well, we like it, but it could have been better. No.
Everything can always be better, I guess.
Yeah, of course, but they didn't have the opportunity to implement some features such as troop transportation in vehicles and some cars. So it's a good adaptation, but there's some missing things that
Okay.
make it nice. Yeah.
From the you don't have the full experience from the
Exactly.
the cardboard system.
Yeah. Sorry, we didn't take the
Oh yes, the tactical bonuses.
tactical bonus.
You need to unlock mine here.
Sorry.
And it's an empty one. Awesome.
It's an empty
Thank you.
one.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have
And then you have the special order again.
the special order. The special order can be so. I will use it. Yes, I will use it. So it's because it's red. It's
only once.
Only one time. Yeah. So I take the special order token. This is this one with the medal, meaning I can play it in between 2 orders or like a 0 order. Or...
so it's a special. Okay, yeah, the middle one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a special order
that you can always pick with that bonus, or
there's a card also.
Okay, yeah,
only one card. Okay, sure, I'm good.
Good. Now I can check my line of sight without worrying you. Si je pars de là, est-ce que...
tu l'auras pas.
It's not in line of sight?
No, because you
yeah, it has to come from the
yeah, it's basically if you have a line, a diagonal, and everything above this line, above for me, is out of your line of sight.
Okay, so that's super boring. Hate it. Horrible. On va voir si ça marche. Et je vais faire ça. Good.
Do you have a card to play?
Do I have a card to play?
Usually the one to play is Communication Scramble.
No, I don't have, unfortunately.
Okay. So I will play my one. My one will throw a grenade inside the house.
Kind of expected that.
Yeah, of course. So I will start with the what you could have. Oh no, sorry. I will start with the support team.
So their defense is so they don't benefit from the defense from the house anymore. So it's straight there 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have +2.
So 5
it's
plus 2, 7. So they get flipped.
yep. And the recon team, 2 plus 2 is 4.
And they are 5, so they're fine.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
And now I will play my special order. And I will toss a grenade here. I cannot shoot at you because from the center to the center, I pass
Through the...
through this square. Okay. So I will toss a grenade here. Let me try.
But because it's not in a house, I benefit from the +2 from that, right?
Exactly. So you have 6 and I have +2. And no, I don't have any.
Allez là. Okay, so I take a shot. Good.
Yeah, it does.
It's a fire team. So yeah, no, that's good. So yeah, and that's what we're saying. So this one has an arrow around it. So I flip it. So next hit, it's gonna die.
Yeah, you don't have a Thank the Helmet card to play.
Actually, I think I'm gonna make you re-roll that die.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna play a second chance.
No,
and
can't hit it. 4 and 2, 6.
Yeah,
still,
that also
still
worked.
8.
So yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure it was used. Yeah, but that's the thing, is like using the card always makes sense. So that's pretty cool. So it was your that was your first activation, and that's the special activation
Yep,
that you can always activate. Yeah.
So now it's your 1.
Now it's my 1. And
No.
I don't have line of sight here, actually.
No, because you pass through this one, but you have a line of sight on
Yeah, I
this
have a
one,
line
and
of
you have a
sight
line of sight on this one too.
Yeah, so I might have made a bit of a, bit of a mistake, because I remember what you said is that you suppress first and you assault after.
So
I wanted to suppress this, but now, yeah, I'm going to suppress this one anyway, just
Okay.
in case you have this strong incentive to assault. So I'm going to suppress you because I have
Okay.
line of sight here.
Okay, you have +6.
So I have 3, and actually, if I want to suppress you, 3, have +3.
You have +6. If it's a suppressive fire,
yeah, +6.
you double your combat value, so you have +6.
Maybe I could shoot at you. Yeah, all right, 6. I have +3. You know what? I'm gonna spend an ammo.
Yep.
To put myself at +4.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fire at you. You have a defense of 6, and I roll at +4. Okay, allez, c'est parti. Yes.
Okay. 4, so it's 5 plus 4 is 9, and I have 4 plus 2 is 6, so it's higher, but it's not twice higher.
Oh yeah, if it was twice higher, it would be straight dead, right?
Yeah, exactly. I would take 2 hits and be destroyed.
Good. So I spend that ammo here, and I'm gonna put it here on the side.
My number 2.
Activation 1. Yeah.
My number 2. It's my Panzerschreck. I have 7 limited range, so I will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and shoot at your Stuart. But I have a -1 because my line
You're
of sight
going through that,
through that square with the red triangle and the -1, and I have to shoot at your front
from
side from the front because I cannot shoot on the side because of the hedgerow here.
I have a defense of 7 here. Yeah.
You have 7. I have +4, -1. So I have +3, +3. And you have 7. I need a 4.
Oof! I was a tiny bit scared here.
It was. Okay. Anyway, if I hit your heavy vehicle, then I have to roll for localization, and the localization token are here, so it can be the crew that is
so
killed.
Yes, you have different kinds of damage. Yeah,
you have different kind of damage. So your tank may survive a hit.
Good. Then it's gonna be my second activation. And I'm going to do something that I had planned to do in a very different way, but I guess that's the way it is. That's my second activation, and I'm going to assault. So I'm going to move in here, so moving into your square.
Okay, may I suggest you to not
Not do
suicide
that.
your to not suicide your unit.
So what would happen if I did an assault here?
Okay, if you do that, you will roll 2 dice and add your combat value against infantry because I'm an infantry unit. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have also the assault special ability. You roll 2 dice and you choose the better
The
one.
one that I prefer. Yeah.
I will roll 2 dice too because I have the special assault special ability. I will add my +2 versus infantry, but I will also add the +2 defense bonus granted by the hedgerow.
Yeah, exactly.
By the terrain element I in. So I would have +4 and you would have +2.
Yeah, so that would be yeah.
That
The
would
odds are not really in my favor.
Yeah, but you are
Actually,
at
I have a
two
good shot at.
you have two interspace from if you take a
Yeah, I
grenade,
can put a grenade
you
here,
can
right?
put
Even
a
if it's
grenade
yeah.
exactly.
So I'm at 2 interspace because one. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
How would I
one.
do? So
Yeah,
that would be 1
one,
and
2.
2. Okay, yeah, perfect. But then I guess that's probably what I should be doing. So 2 interspace here. They have +2. Yeah, and you also have defense of 2 for each of those. So I roll once or once for each unit.
You roll 1 for each, and you still can add a ammo token if you want.
Oh, I could add an ammo to the grenade to make
Yeah.
it a +3 then.
Yeah, but only for one of the 2 rolls.
Oh yeah, okay. But I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it straight.
Okay.
A good old grenade. So that's I'm gonna fire on this one first.
Okay, so I have
So
7, and you have +2.
So I need 5 or more.
Yeah.
Fail, and then
And
this
same
one.
here.
Same here. So 5 or more. Merde. Okay, so that's one first grenade off. So that was its second activation. Back to you
Okay,
for
my
the third one.
third activation is this one. And I wanted to assault your unit, but now
Yeah, you're in the same situation
Yeah,
as
I am
I was
exactly
in
the
here.
same.
Yeah.
I'm in the worst situation because I suffer hate, so my combat value is +1 instead of +2. And if I lose the assault, I'm eliminated. So I will 5, 7, 5, 6, 7, 10. No, I will just make a firing action on this unit here.
Yeah.
So I have +1 and you have
7.
7. So I
So you
need a
have to roll a
6.
6.
Yeah, roll for a 6. And on
Okay.
the other side. You're +3.
Alors, my activation number 3. It's that guy, and he's gonna fire at your recon group here.
Alors, yeah, okay, but yeah, that could be okay. But you also in this case you have maybe the advantage of I don't know, of assaulting my unit because you have +2.
Yeah.
And you will roll 2 dice because you have the assault special ability.
Oh, and you don't fear.
I don't
Yeah.
have the assault special ability, so I will roll 1 dice, but I have +1, +2. So we roll 1 dice +3, and we roll 2 dice. Choose the best +2. I don't know. That's your call.
And so your defense here would be 7.
No, yeah. And if you shoot at me, I have 7,
No,
and
but
you have +2.
and if I do it, so if I do an assault, so if you do an assault, it's like we both roll a die, and you add 1 to it, and I add 2 to it. So
no, I have 3. I will add 3 because I also.
Oh yeah, because you have C.
The defensive bonus. So I will add 3, but roll 1 dice, and you will add 2 and roll 2 dice.
Actually, that's pretty tempting. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, and do an assault here.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna take too many risks. I'm gonna play a card here to not roll 2 dice, but roll actually 3 dice in combat.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
Here's the third dice.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I roll. No, wait. I will
Might have
say
a card.
999 to your card.
You prevent me to playing that
Yeah,
card. Fair enough.
don't discard it.
Okay.
It returns to your hand, and you will be able to play it
To play it again.
next turn. Next turn.
Next turn. Okay.
Next
I will flip it for now in my hand so I don't make that mistake. So you will get back this, and I
Yeah.
will only roll those two.
Yeah. Roll. Oh, 5. That's
Merde. Oh, quel con. Yeah.
So you stay here,
and I take a step plus.
Yeah. You don't have the thank the invade card, no.
No. No, he's in a really good spot. I'm really happy with him being here. It's really good on the open road. Hurt.
You have the
that's
initiative at the next turn. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you don't have that that token anymore, so yeah. I can save him, I guess.
And my number, that's it for me. You have the number 4 to play.
Yeah, I have a number.
I don't have a number 4.
Yeah, because that was this one that you. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this guy, and I guess I'm gonna fire at you here.
Okay.
So you're defending at 4 + 1 5, and I roll at +1.
So it's a 4.
So I need to roll a 4 or higher. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a straight roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good.
That's good.
No, wait. Up. I will play Thank the Helmet, the card.
Oh, and you become suppressed instead of taking a hit.
I take a suppressive.
Yeah, and it's something that you're going to remove straight away anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
That's worth it.
But it prevents me to move at 3
spaces.
Oh
yeah, during
only 1.
Good,
okay.
But then that was my fourth activation.
So because I have the initiative, I will move first during the supply phase. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one cannot move. 5. It could move, but I don't.
But only one space. Yeah.
Yeah. This one goes there. This is my bluff token, but I will stay there. And oh, sorry. At the start of the supply phase, I will play Hitler Jugend. That allows me to take one of my destroy unit and make it back to play. So this one, and this is at the start of the supply phase, so it can move.
Sure.
Okay, I'm good.
Alors, du coup, I could move those guys. But with the zone of control, it prevents me from going upward because I'm stuck here. I would have to move back.
A unit with a suppressed token doesn't have
a zone of control.
Anymore.
But they all have their zone of control still.
Yeah.
Sure what to do. So I decided to put the tank in the middle of the field so everyone can take a shot. That's the idea. Actually, maybe I would just do one because then I'm protected from him and him, and the only one that can shoot at him. Well, the Panzerschreck can still. Yeah, that doesn't change anything because they cannot fire at him. So the problem is him having target. Well, that's something that I need to live with.
I have Panzerfaust. Remember.
Oh, and you have Panzerfaust. So yeah, so maybe I don't want to expose him too much. And you still have,
yeah. But Panzerschreck can shoot at it, but not my other units.
Good. So that's that. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's gonna do 1, 2, 3, and try to save Mr. Blin here. Well, really try. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it, but that's it. So those would be my move, and we go to turn 4.
Yeah, draw a card.
Should you discard that suppressed marker at the end of the supply phase? Yeah. And I draw up to 1 card because I already have one, and I flip this one to indicate that Okay. I don't know what's happening with my.
Here's your other tokens.
Oh, and I have to select first.
I didn't say it earlier, but when I shoot with my Panzerschreck to you on your Stuart, I had to reveal it, of course.
Yeah. And that's it for me.
Okay. Okay.
Good. So I go with my first activation.
No. Sorry.
Oh.
I take the
Ah,
I take the initiative, but only for the first one.
for the first activation.
But,
Okay. So I will play 1 and 2
yeah.
in a row. Yeah.
It could have been for any order. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but I choose to do it for the first one. Okay, so
Fair
it will
enough.
be this one, and I hope I can do something. So I will make a burst into action card. I will play a burst into action card that allows me to move and shoot without penalties. Okay,
Okay.
so I will do that. One, because I cannot move here nor
Yeah.
here. Two, okay,
Yeah.
and three, and I will shoot a Panzerfaust, and this time I can shoot on your side.
Yeah. So where they have a 6 protection.
6. Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry, no, not yet.
Not yet.
And I have +4, and you have 6. So,
Yeah.
so I
So
will
you need
roll.
to roll. Just
Wait,
don't roll a 1 and you're good, basically.
exactly. And of course, I will roll
Yo!
1.
Parfait.
Okay,
Right.
your turn.
Good for him. Then I have, so my first one is Blin here, who was a bit worried about being a bit exposed.
Yeah, and if you lose it, you lose 2 orders.
Yeah, that's the thing I was a bit worried about. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Actually, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. But that would be a bit. That would expose it too.
Yeah, you're
1,
right in
2.
front of my MG42.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and he tried to be heroic. He dramatically failed. He's gonna go back, hide in the bushes.
Okay.
And now I activate my number 2
No,
because you.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
because
right.
you activated, and that's
Yeah.
perfect because I
Oh,
have a
hi.
perfect target for that for that guy up in the open, just waiting for me to obliterate it. So he's gonna get a taste of the machine gun at +3, and you're at 4. So if I don't roll a 1, it should flip.
Yep. And if you were a 5, you have +3?
Yeah. Super.
You have a
Yeah.
second. You have a second weapon.
And I have a second weapon that rolls at a +2. But I want it, yeah, and you don't have a token on this one, so I'm gonna try to go for it. So I have a +2. You're at a 4. So if I roll 2 or higher, it should work. It's because I'm running one of your dice. That's why it's not working. I need to roll one of mine.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That all makes sense now.
Exactly. It's a German dice.
Oh putain! Okay, no one dies. I mean, maybe he's too close to the tank. Like it's hard to aim at him.
So this is my number 2, and my number 2 will do exactly the same thing than earlier.
Yeah.
And
So a grenade.
A grenade. So for the support team.
So the support team is actually blasted.
Yep. And for the recon team. No.
Ah, nice, perfect. So I placed my support team on associated to that tile, I guess.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
I
Prior.
could.
No.
Yeah,
It's
that's the only one. Oh, there is a support team. Or I have to do here first before doing the.
yes. The options first.
Okay, so it's here. But cool. So that was your activation number 2. I have to do my activation number 3. Interesting. My activation number 3 is that.
Yeah.
Well, he also has a target now. So he might have a better shot at it. But then I'm a bit tempted to fire at this. It would be at 7. I would be at 2. So I would need to roll a 5 or higher. And here I would just need to roll a 2. Yeah, I'm going to fire at your fire group. I have +2 against infantry. With 2 + 3, 5, and you're at 4. So that's yeah. So you take a hit.
I take it. This one.
Yeah.
Okay. My
Cool.
number 3. It's this one. So if I engage you in assault, you will have +4, and I will have +2. But I roll 2 dice. But I don't have a card. Oh, okay, I just shoot at this the recon team. So you have 5 + 3 is 8.
So is it +3 because I'm
inside the
inside the building? Yeah, it's here.
building.
Yeah, +3. Yeah.
5 + 3 is 8, and I have +2, so I need a 6.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. Now I have my 4th activation, and my 4th activation is that support team here that has line of sight on those guys.
Yep.
So they have a 7, I have a +2, and what I'm going to do is do this to roll 2 dice against them.
Yeah.
And hope that one of those 2 is going to be a 5. Can hope. Yes. Perfect.
So where do I have a recon team? Only here. Okay, I don't have any more orders. This is my bluff token.
That was my bluff token. I'm going to put it on the side here. And oh yeah, I move first. So actually, I think I'm gonna flip this one and do 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna do that. I think I'm actually happy with having that fire team not moving away and staying here. That's okay. Those guys survived 2 grenades already, so I think they're pretty much
2 grenades and a shot.
Yeah, I mean, nothing can happen to them. They're gonna stay here casually and wait for and see what happens, and that's that's pretty much it. And that's good for me.
So okay,
Right.
so I will move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, sorry, it's 1.
Oh, but I guess I can still see you.
Okay,
yeah.
so I stay there. Oh, yeah, still there. Okay, and that's it. I just moved my MG40 to 1 space on the right, and this one is already been activated. I will discard my card at the end of the supply phase.
You can discard.
You
card?
You can discard. Oh, sorry, I didn't. You can discard any card.
Okay. And I'm gonna discard 1 and draw 2.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a new turn.
Yeah, back to you for initiative.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will play High Command.
I guess that will give you an extra. Oh, you
Special,
remove an order. Oh yeah.
no, it's a special order.
Okay, you
I,
get
I
one of
think I,
those. Yeah, the
yeah,
fancy one.
the fancy one. Yeah.
J'avais oublié que j'avais ça là-haut.
No.
Okay, I'm good.
You're good. You don't have a card to play.
No, unfortunately not.
So special order. And, nah. I will shoot the Panzer first again. So anything but one.
Oh mon dieu.
Oh là là,
Cette choune.
c'est affreux. Okay, you my number one.
No, you still have your activation one. Yeah.
Yep. So
Oh, that's activation 2. Wait a minute.
oh sorry. What did I do? Oh shit. Made a mistake.
Perfect. I don't think it's gonna save me, but yeah.
Yeah, yes, it will. I don't know, but okay, so I can shoot at you. Let's see if I can do it. The middle is here, the center is here. Okay, I don't pass by the red corner.
Oh yeah, so that's the. It's not
Yeah,
the hex itself. It's
that's
the corner itself.
it's
Yeah.
a corner. So I will shoot another my last Panzerfaust.
But this one you are going through the front, so I'm at 7.
You have 7, I have +4, so
You need to roll 3 or higher.
yeah.
You roll a 5, so it's a success. And now you roll to see what I get as damage.
Yep. So I roll a dice, and it's 5.
5.
5.
So I cannot fire with my main weapon anymore.
Yep. Your main weapon is destroyed.
Oof.
No.
Yeah, it's
doesn't
sticky on the but I think
Yeah.
we'll remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So
that
your
was
number.
very sad.
Your
My number 1 now. So my number 1 is this one. And you used all of your Panzerfaust anyway, so maybe I should fire at. Yeah, I'm gonna fire at this fire group here. So I have actually. Oh yeah, I have. Oh, I know what I need to do. I'm gonna play this. So at the beginning of my activation, that
Yep.
enables me to flip it before taking my fire action.
Okay.
So it means that I'm not gonna be at +0. I'm gonna be at +3. You're at 4. So if I roll anything,
No, I'm dead.
yeah, you're dead because I need to roll lower than 1, which I think is not possible normally.
So sorry, this one goes there. The fire group goes there. Okay.
Yeah, and the MG42 goes here. Yeah. Okay, back to you.
My number 2. So your recon group survived 2 grenades and a shot. Let's see if it survives the Geballte Ladung.
Oh god, that looks bad.
It does, because I have +4, you have 5, so you have,
Yeah, so it dies.
it dies.
Very sad. So it's a recon team, but wait a minute. Does it have? Oh no. So the recon team has to be in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that. My number two. My number two is this one. I don't have my main weapon, so if I want to move and fire, yeah, actually I can move and fire, but with a -2. I think I have +3. You're over there. It would be at 7. I guess I'm gonna fire at this.
Remember, the goal of the game is to
Yeah,
have
is to have a
to be,
unit
to be, to be the
here.
only one
Yeah.
at the end of any turn. No, at the end of the 6th turn. Okay.
Yeah.
If the German player has a unit in it, in the wait, yeah, that's it. If I'm the only one in the house at the end of any supply phase, I win.
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do.
Sorry.
No worries. Hmm. And if I want to do an assault, do I have to start adjacent to the unit, or I can do an assault from like do one move first and then assault?
You can do one. Oh, you can move, then assault. You have to enter the square occupied by your.
Yeah. Okay, so then before doing my second activation, I'm gonna play that card, go, 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 so I can 2 units situated 1 or 2 square from your officer can move immediately 2 square.
Okay,
Does that count for the tank itself?
that's a unit.
Yeah, okay. So actually, the tank before doing its activation is gonna move 1 square here.
Okay.
So you have a better shot. And then the other unit that's gonna move is this one. It's gonna move 1 and 2.
You wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, because I would have
because
to stop here. Yeah.
Yep. But you can enter the house.
Yeah, I could enter the house, but then I'm just exposing my. Do you still have grenades?
No, I don't have grenade. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't have grenade anymore.
But then I'm just entering the house. That's good. So that's 1, 2. So they both did their move, and now the tank can do its activation
Yep.
normally, and the tank is gonna fire at the fire group here.
Okay.
So I fire at +3. You have +1, so you're at 5, and I fire at +3. This should be here. So if I roll 2 or higher, I should be fine. So I rolled the 9. Yeah, I couldn't help. Yeah, that's too bad. So that's my second activation.
My third activation will be and he will shoot at your tank. So I have +4, you have 7, and I have -1. No. Miss.
Yeah, that's close. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could fire the punch. He defends at 6. I'm at 2. Or I could fire at this, but he defends. Actually, I have a better shot at the Panzerschreck here. Because this one, now that it's a smaller combat unit, it's harder for me to hit. So I'm gonna fire at the Panzerschreck.
Okay.
So you're at 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, and I have +2 against you. Whoop.
Up. So my Panzerschreck group is here.
Oh, and this
So
one needs to be flipped then.
yep, and then I lose the
The
star,
star.
so I will have only 2 orders at the next turn.
That seems good to me. I think
It's
only
good.
fair. Yeah.
Okay, and you're number 4.
You don't have a number 3? Oh yeah, it's already there. Yes, I'm the only
It-
one with a number 4. Yeah. Where's my number 4? My number 4 is here, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna have initiative next round. Do I wanna? Could go there and shoot first, or I could go there and shoot at you here before you do anything, and you're in the open. So I think I'm gonna go here because I would be able to shoot at you from here, right? Yeah.
yeah, right.
Good, but then that will be it for me, and I will remove that fake token.
Okay, this is the bluff. So this is my supply phase, and I will enter the house.
Ah,
1. I can do that because I don't move inside this unit zone of control. I enter this unit zone of control.
oh, so it can be a separate zone of control. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
cannot move from 1 to okay.
Yeah, so I can do that. 1, I can get out of the other
Yeah.
zone of control, and 3. Okay.
Yeah.
And this one
Moves in here. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
I don't really like the idea to be just next to the machine gun, to be honest. You're at +4, so that's not great. She's bad for everyone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, that wouldn't change anything actually, because if I'm here, you still, yeah, in range. Yeah. Stay, and he's actually gonna move in. 1, 2, and 3.
No, you cannot make the 3 because
yeah, because I mean this is your zone of control, and
Yeah.
that would be yeah, okay, fair enough. But I guess your zone of control only exerts itself within the house, not or outside of it too.
and the 2 squares
That are the entry points. Yeah.
pointing by the arrow.
And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So draw cards. Do I?
And actually, this one I will discard and just take another one.
Yeah, you have the initiative.
Good.
And this is the final turn.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have grenades left. That's the thing. Okay, good. I'm just now I'm really terrorized by grenades. So.
And usually I don't hesitate to throw a grenade even if I have a unit inside the building.
Yeah,
To let you know.
Not surprised. I am not surprised. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
If let's say I had a card that gave me fire and move action.
Yeah.
Could I fire? Yeah, could I fire first and then assault?
Yeah.
Okay, so just have to one thing. So that's is it? Yeah, I think it's I think that's probably the that's the best, probably the best thing to do. Good. We can go.
Okay. You're the first to go.
I'm gonna activate this unit,
Yep.
and first I'm gonna fire at you just here.
Okay.
So you're at 4, have +2. So if I roll 2 or higher, it's good. So
Okay.
good. And then play after activating your units. Reactivate the same unit so it can act a second time.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do... Oh, sorry.
Wait, no. I say no. 999.
Ah, come on! Oh, God. I was hoping you didn't have one of those.
Okay, it's the last turn.
Normally I would put it back in
Normally.
my... But there would be no turn 7, so...
Exactly. So, my one. And assault. Okay.
Okay.
And I play a card that gives me a +1 bonus.
Yeah. I don't have that. Good. So you have a +1, so that means that you're at +3 and I'm at +2, and we both roll 2 die.
Yep.
2 dice.
And I score 5.
So I need to roll a 6.
You need to roll a 6, exactly. No.
And nope.
So you have to move back, but
I can't.
you cannot because there's a window.
Yeah.
No. And you have to move back, then take a hit.
Yeah.
But you cannot move back except if you have the surprise card that
No, I don't.
you. Okay, so you're eliminated.
Okay.
Because you cannot move. You cannot move back.
And that's a support team, so that will actually be here.
No, here. I know you already.
Yeah, I already have one. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You're number 2.
My number 2. My number 2 is this one. I'm gonna fire against this guy.
Okay.
So he's at 6, and I'm firing with the secondary weapon only. So that's +3. So I need to roll 3 or higher.
3 or higher.
Yes, he's dead. Perfect.
It was a fire group. Yeah, fire group. And fire group. Yeah. And it was my number 2.
Yep. Okay, so then it's back to my number 3. What's my number 3? Oh, that's my number 3. My number 3 is here, and it is going to
burst into action.
It's going to burst into action. So first, it's going to fire at you.
Yep.
So it has a +2, and you have 6. So I need to roll 4 or higher.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm flipped.
Let's make it worse. Not really. It doesn't change anything.
No, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah, but then I might actually, if I succeed in my assault, then you would be dead.
Yep.
Yeah. So I do the assault now.
But I have another one with a +1.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
So 2 dice +3 versus 2 dice +1, and I roll 4, so it's a 7. So it's a draw on 5, and you win on 6.
Okay. So wait a minute. Draw on 5. Yeah. Okay, so nothing happens.
You go back. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
And my number 4 is this one. And I guess Yeah, not much. Nothing will change really. Can I do? I guess I'm gonna try to just, for the sake of it, to fire
Okay.
at that fire group. It gets discarded. So I need to roll. I have a +3, so I need to roll a 4. And I don't. And that will be the last action of the round. Good. So that ends the scenario, and the condition is that. So is it a draw or is it a success for you?
No. So if at the end of any supply phase the German player is the only player to have a unit inside the house, then he wins. If the German player cannot win before the end of the sixth turn, so this is the American. So you win because I couldn't be alone in the
Oh,
house at
you
the end
were
of
the
this.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, so well done.
That was tight. That was tight. But I wanted to kill that guy. I was burger. But yeah. But thanks. That was great. So that's usually the. So you were saying it's usually the introductory scenario that you use for demos.
This is the introduction we use for demo with people that know how to play war games in general, because there's a because of the tank, it's a little bit more difficult than the actual introducing scenario. We have two, one from the first edition and one from the second edition, and they're more simple than this one.
Okay, great. But I think that was super fun. I'm actually gonna have my first face-to-face game in at my war game club next Wednesday.
Okay.
Is there a you have a scenario recommendation for that session? I think both of us are quite new into the system, but quite some experience with war games.
I, I, I recommend you. So you have the second edition, right?
Yes,
You have
yeah.
the I would recommend to play this scenario,
But I
and
think this one is actually quite interesting because you have and can go differently depending on the cards you get or the tactical bonus you get, because I think the tactical bonus you got at the beginning shaped a bit the things that you could do. So
yeah.
we'll probably try to play the same one. But that was great. Thanks a lot. So maybe just a reminder, there is the expansion currently in Kickstarter, so Battle
Yeah,
for Caen.
Battle for
Uh,
Core.
and then you were talking about the timeline, so we could expect around the end of the year the Pacific one coming up. So I would be,
Exactly.
if you're up for it and you have a prototype in TTS at that point, I would be happy to have you again on the show, maybe to try a
Okay.
scenario of this one. That would be super interesting. And I wanted to say thanks a lot, Clément, for taking the time and
You're
doing it in
welcome.
English, knowing that we could have completely done it in French, but that we have a wider audience this way. And
Yeah,
yeah, and
I understand.
have a great day, and
You too.
good luck for the campaign.
Thank you. It's going well, so I think we are good.
Great.